Hey guys, it's Doc, and every year I try and do a pressure washer review. Guess what? This is it. I'm going to break down my two top picks for pressure washers for the average homeowner and maybe even a little bit above. So hold on one sec. Hey guys, don't forget, of course, click subscribe because I've got a series of pressure washing videos that we're going to do, which includes pressure washing the concrete driveway, pressure washing your pool, pressure washing decks. We're going to do some fence work. So I'm going to do this in a series rather than trying to make a real long video. So hit subscribe. Number two, I always put this video up on a web page with all the relevant information down below it in case you have more questions. I did a little bit differently this time. So I'm going to show you two models, and I'm going to show you some must-have accessories. And the way that I did it is I put the accessories with an Amazon link. When you click on that link, it'll say, do you want to add this to your cart? So the reason why I did that is so that you can stay on that page and you can click it, a new page will open up, you can add it to your cart, close it down, come back, look through all the accessories and the things I'm talking about. And then later on, after you're done with all that, you can go to your Amazon cart. All those things will be inside your cart, and you can go through it and see what's available, what's the price, is that what I want? I figured that's just an easier way to do it. So this is important to understand that that unit right there is 2 years old. So I ordered it, it's almost 2 years old. I ordered it July of 2018 from Amazon, got it in, and I've used that thing an incredible amount and had fantastic results with it. So this is the smaller pump, this is the smaller pressure washer, and then this is the comparable one that's a little bit larger with the engine. This unit here has done my driveway and sidewalks twice, has done the pool, has done the patio deck, has done some fencing. I loaned it to Barb this winter, and Barb, 70-year-old widow, went out and did her entire driveway and all her sidewalks. Oh, she had it for like a month, and she'd do it a little bit at a time. So this thing has been abused. I take it out of the shed. After 6 months, I give it 2 pulls, it starts right up. So this one comes, the only real difference, there's not many differences between these two, but I think it has to come down with how you use it and the amount of hours that you put on it. First, there's a sweet spot for cleaning, and that's one thing I've learned. The sweet spot for cleaning is about 8,000 cleaning units. And what does that mean? You take your PSI times your GPM, and that'll give you your cleaning units. That's kind of the formula that's used. And both of these are right about 8,000 on the cleaning units. At that point, with the 3,200 PSI and 2.5 gallons per minute, you'll never want any more to clean. I'm just telling you. I think the biggest problem with pressure washers and people buying pressure washers is they're not sure if it's going to have enough power for them. This, you will never, ever, ever want more power with these two units. Let me make that clear. You can commercially pressure wash with these two units if you want. Yes, I've run truck-mounted $40,000 hot water systems, and I'm telling you that you can effectively clean with these two things and clean anything you want. Now, what's the difference between these two units? The first is the price, and on the page down below, if you go look at that page, you'll see the current price. I'm going to ballpark this for you. That one is about $369 shipped to your door. That one is about $499 shipped to your door. Got that? So that includes your shipping. I'm also going to, in a few minutes, I'm going to put up how they come box-wise. And what I love about these units is there really is no assembly to them. You just unbox it. It comes boxed beautifully. You unbox it, you just put the handle on, you hook the hose and put the oil, and you're all set to go. So that's wonderful. I hate assembling stuff. Another important point is both of these are made in the USA. And let me tell you why. Now, I want to stress this. I have no affiliation with this company whatsoever. None. I've talked to their tech support. I've picked up a phone and I've talked to their tech support 2 or 3 times over the years. You can do that. These things are made in the USA. A lot of people claim they are, but these units are made in the USA, number one. This is actually, the Simpson is the smaller company of a larger company. It's a branch. They make commercial cleaning units and commercial cleaning equipment, but they also make their own water pumps. So they make the water pumps. They make an OEM brand and then they make a AAA brand. So their own company supplies the water pumps for these units. I think that's really important. Next, let's talk about custom branding. If you have something maybe like a DeWalt or another, guess who probably made that unit? Simpson probably made it. They do a lot of private labeling work. So if you look at these, you say, man, that sure looks like that Northern tool unit I bought. Guess what? There's a good chance that Simpson made it, slapped their labels and brand on it. So Simpson is kind of, this is their business. This is what they do. Make that clear. So I buy these units. I order them off Amazon. I use them. I test them. And I give you my feedback. And I'm just going to show you the difference between the two models. There's not a huge difference for the money, but I think I'm still sort of torn between the two of them. For the average homeowner that pulls a pressure washer out a few times a year and may run it one full day or 2 full day, I still think that's probably one of the better units. And the reason being is it's small, you can pick it up. The weight on that one is about 62 pounds. The weight on that one is about 85 pounds. I'm ballparking, I don't have the exact numbers here. So weight difference, you got about 20 pounds difference in weight. That's super light, super small, but it, again, very close. 3,200 PSI, 3,300 PSI, 2.5 gallons per minute, 2.5 gallons per minute. They're very close on all their specs. The main difference is, I'll show you the few feature differences. I do want to make a note that my older unit did not come with the pneumatic wheels, the 10-inch pneumatic wheels like this one has. And I just looked, and now they do have, if you order the smaller unit, it does come with the pneumatic wheels just like this one does. So they have upgraded that. It comes with your hose, your wand, all your tips. It comes with everything that you're going to need for basic pressure washing. And I'm going to show you accessories, the must-have accessory here in a minute. Okay, so this unit has the Honda GC190, which is a smaller unit. Very few, small gas tank. I can run this, you can run that thing. I forget how many hours you can run that thing. It's just very economical to run gas-wise. This one has a GX 200 series Honda on it. So a lot of people say, I don't like the GCs. I own a ton of these GCs over at the shop, and they're great little engines. A lot of people say you need to be at a GX. This is just a larger size engine. That's all it is. A little bit more horsepower and a larger engine. So the engine is one difference. The next difference is the water pump. So this unit comes with an OEM brand pump. Now that's the ones that they actually make. Okay, so they actually make OEM. It comes with an OEM pump, and it has a overheating ballast on it as well too. This unit comes with a little bit larger and beefier AAA pump. Has a AAA pump, does have the heat release valve on it. But here's one additional feature that this has. This has a pressure adjustment. So if I wanted to reduce my pressure down, I can back it off, or I keep it turned to the right so I can lower the PSI through this right here. The other unit does not have that feature. As far as features go, that's about it. So a little bit different water pump, a little bit beefier water pump. Water pump has a 1-year warranty on it. That water pump has a 5-year warranty on it. This engine has a 2-year warranty on it. That one has a 3-year warranty on it. And again, 65 pounds versus 83 pounds. Overall, cleaning wise and pressure wise, now this one really doesn't have, I have yet to find, and I'm sure there's a way to do it. This one really doesn't have an adjustable throttle on it. When you start it, the throttle is set and it runs at that, and it delivers your 3,200 PSI. This one does have an adjustable throttle on it, just like all your regular Hondas on it, and you can really crank that thing up and get some really high cleaning pressure. I'm an average homeowner. I pull it out a couple times a year and I use it for half a day. That's the unit you want to go with. I'm more of a farm owner, big homeowner. I'm a contractor. I own a yard service, and I'm pulling it out every week, and I'm using it a ton. Hours is the time, I think. I really think the difference is the amount of hours that you use. This thing is going to take a ton of abuse and a ton of power and a ton of hours. That one is not. Both, you can get extended warranties from Amazon, which is a great warranty, by the way. You can get a 2 or 3 year extended warranty on top of the manufacturer's warranty. It runs typically, they run like $29 to $59 if you want to look at those. Now let's talk about the accessories. The units come with all of your tips. The units come, oh, let me show you the black inlet hose. All of these have a hose suction device or a soap suction device. So it has a little hose. Okay, so here is, right here, here is your hose. You stick this end into a cleaning bottle. So you would stick this end right here into your bottle of bleach or soap or whatever you want. And it sucks in right here, okay? That's where it sucks in. So it does not go through the pump system. It only goes through the discharge right here. That's why you can run anything you want through it. But all of these right here, so it comes with a 0, 15, 25, 40, and a soap. This soap tip, you have to have that soap tip in for the suction to engage. It's a very low pressure. And so that's the only time that this valve opens up and allows intake into here, so it goes out through your hose. Remember, this is not the in, this is the pressure out. This is your in. All right, let me talk about accessories real quick while I'm here, because this is an important one. Okay, so basically your unit is like this. It's hard sometimes to reach in there, and you got a hot muffler here. So what I always do, the best accessory for any pressure washer is this little extension right here. Has a little spring on it, costs you like $5, and I put a link to that on the page below. Matter of fact, I think I even put a link to a 2-pack of these because I use them all the time. I even have one, if you look, there's also one on this unit too. Same thing, I always do it, always have one on it. The unit comes with, oh, that's about a what, an 18-inch wand. Basically, I never use this unless I'm doing something like a fence, as an example. You want to get a 30 to 33-inch extension wand so that you can use the surface cleaner. You're standing upright. I'm using my surface cleaner, and I'll show you that here in a minute. This is the surface cleaner. Now, I'm going to be doing a video on, I've ordered 5 of these things for you guys. This one right here goes out of stock all the time, but it's my favorite. And it's pretty beefy. Now this one is what, 2 years old almost? It's pretty beefy, and of course it has this, you'll see it, those little nozzles. It has little jet nozzles here. It spins around, has brushes, and what happens is you don't get any spray on you whatsoever. You don't get any mud bouncing back up when you miss the concrete. You must have one of these if you are cleaning concrete. Every professional company, not someone that charges money to do this, every professional company, people that understand high-tech pressure washer cleaning, will always show up to clean your driveway with a surface cleaner. It reduces your labor almost 50%, I would say. It doesn't blow dirt all over your lawn. It doesn't tear apart things. If someone were to show up to clean my driveway without a surface cleaner, I'd tell them to go away. I would especially tell them to go away if they showed up to clean my pool, because pool decks are a different type of cement. It's a very fine cement, and you don't want a wand because you can actually etch it. You always clean pools with a surface cleaner, and they make surface cleaners that are enormous. They make 3 tiers of them. They can go up to $700. Professional companies use surface cleaners. So let's see, must-haves. I always use the 0G hose. I don't use the big green one. I only use the small 5/8. I always use 0G hose on this. After I shut down, I'll show you, I went ahead and grabbed some clip of me actually doing this. You want to put a little bit of pump saver inside this pump. You do that every time, and you'll never have a problem with your pumps. One of the problems people end up having problems with their pumps is because they don't use a pump saver every time they shut it down or every time they store it. Fuel, really try and find ethanol-free gas. All my gas cans now are ethanol-free because I finally had a station that started carrying ethanol-free gas. It's expensive. It's 1.5 to 2 times more than normal gas, but it'll keep your interior parts and gaskets and metal parts from rusting. That's the whole key to it. Corrosion is one of the keys for ethanol free. Yes, you can add products in there that protect against it if you don't, but if you're going to use an ethanol included gas, always use some kind of stay bill or something with the ethanol protection in it. I really think the only decision between these two units is the amount of hours that you're going to put on this. I can't tell you how many thousands of these things we have sold for Simpson off of my referral. Thousands of them. It's now one of the top sellers on Amazon. That unit there, the only time I think you should go to that unit is if you're going to do a lot of pressure washing. Let's say you own a grass cutting company, and you want to include pressure washing in your business. You could use that one. You could definitely do that. That you could actually use on a commercial level and feel comfortable with it. So anyways, we went out and we tested these. Malin was here. We tested these we started doing some pressure washing testing with the surface cleaner. And again, we don't use any chemicals on our cement because we don't want those chemicals going into our lawn. You will actually take off, every time you clean concrete, you will take like, I don't know how many thousandths of an inch off the top of that concrete. So there really is no reason for a cleaner unless you have something like an oil stain. You do not have to use cleaners. It'll be bright white without any cleaner whatsoever. Of course, that's always a debate. We always start a bar fight. I always use bleach because of mold. Okay, dude, whatever. You don't understand how mold works. You don't understand that there's 50 to 100,000 mold spores in every cubic yard of air, and it consistently comes back, and the only way that mold and mildew can survive is through carbohydrates. It's a long story. We'll get into that later, but not in this video. So one of the things I hate most in life is putting stuff together. Fortunately, these things are simple. It's basically a handle and sometimes wheels. So let's take it out of the box and just look. Comes the handle, wand, comes with a short wand, all your tips, comes with the sheet you always throw away, your instructions. It's really cool, actually. Like that. Wheels, everything. Makes it so nice. Here's your oil. This comes with kind of a high-end pump, and this is your breather valve, and there's a little red valve that you need to put that in. And you just unscrew this, take that red plug off. There's going to be oil inside here, probably. And that's that. Go this way. Now, all these tips, these are different degrees, except for the black one. The black one is a soap one. And so if you happen to use the soap fill line, you have to, you have to have that black one. There's your solvent sucker go on this one. Solvent sucker goes right here. Hey guys, so I'm here with May today, and we're gonna run both of these units, and I've already done this test, so I know the answer, but I want her to run this test as well too. I just want to run both of them and see if there's any performance difference. I want her to see if she can feel if there's any performance issues between the two. So side by side, same surface cleaner attachment, and we'll just see if there's any difference. So let's go ahead. Now I'm going to go ahead and squeeze the handle for her, but whenever you start one of these units, always hold the handle. Otherwise you get back pressure on the pump. So flip the switch to on. I don't think you need to choke it. I think you just need to start it. That's 2 years old. That's 2 years old. So what was our conclusion between the two units? And I think we both agreed. The larger pressure washer, which if you go to the page, I think I have it shown as the larger one, the large unit, because it's the larger engine. Because we were able to rev that engine all the way up RPM wise, I think we felt a little more pressure. Matter of fact, if you saw her, she actually was using two hands to kind of hold down the surface cleaner because it almost wanted to hover a little bit. But all in all, the two have really the same cleaning capability. I just think this one probably has a tiny bit more volume and a tiny bit more overall cleaning ability. So if you want to run a pressure washer a lot, if you want to have a ton of cleaning power and long term and just run the living heck out of it, and you're going to put a lot of hours on it, then go with the one that's a little more expensive. If you're like me, if you're the average homeowner that pulls it out a couple times a year and maybe uses it for a full afternoon, I think this unit, you can just weigh the two out. But again, they both have about the same cleaning units because you've got 3200 psi, 3300 psi, and they're both 2.5. Personal preference. If you need to throw the thing into the bed of a truck, I will tell you that I can lift this thing up all by myself, the smaller one. I can lift that thing up, put it in my truck because it's only 60 some pounds. That one being over 80 pounds is a little more of a challenge. You can definitely yank your back out. So if you want to transport it around and throw it in a truck, the smaller one's a little bit easier moving around in the garage and kind of, so either one. The adjustment on the pressure, the only time I can think about wanting to lower my adjustment without the RPMs maybe is if you want to wash a truck, I guess. I can't think of anything else. But like I said, in the description below, I'm going to link to that now. May and one of her friends, I think, are going to come over and we're going to do the full pressure washing of the driveway. Click subscribe. And then I'm going to test out these different surface cleaners. We went all the way up to an 18-inch surface cleaner, which, by the way, doesn't really work that well with these units. I just don't think there was enough power behind it. 18-inch is kind of excessive. It's just too big. The 15-inch, and I will tell you that when you go to the page, these surface cleaners have a tendency to run out of stock. So when you click on the surface cleaner link, it'll actually take you to a search page for all different kinds of surface cleaners in the 15-inch category, so you can pick and choose. They're not that expensive, and it's the best investment you'll ever make. Again, if you have a swimming pool, do not clean a swimming pool cement with a wand. Always use a surface cleaner. Barb, like I said, she borrowed that unit from me. She did her entire unit with that surface cleaner. That's the same surface cleaner I've had for almost 2 years. And she did all her driveway and all her sidewalks all by herself, and they're gorgeous, absolutely sparkling white. No chemicals, just water and a surface cleaner. She was absolutely thrilled. So I'm trying to think. Like I said, I'll link everything down on the page below. I'll try and do several different applications of this. Maybe the fence, maybe some on the house, maybe some on brick. All different kinds of stuff. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope this helped. Talk to you later. Doc.